Hello there, my beautiful viewers. Welcome to another episode of this podcast, The Complete Football Pod. With me, your host Mike. I hope you're doing well. I really hope you're doing well. Happy weekend to every one of you out there. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for staying tuned with me. Thank you for your time. And I really appreciate this. For all my already subscribers, I really appreciate you. And for those who will be subscribing after now, I thank you. I thank you in anticipation. I thank you in advance. Thank you so much for your support and thank you for staying with me. Briefly, without taking much of your time, I'll be talking about the game between Chelsea and West Ham. So also I'll be talking about the Liverpool and Tottenham game. Yeah, let's dive in. Chelsea West Ham game. The game before the game, I personally thought the game was going to be a kind of a cracker because it's a derby. It's a West London derby, and we all know West Ham this season has been they a little bit, it's been ups and downs for West Ham, but we can say they're more of a solid and a more organized team than Chelsea, because with Chelsea you don't know what you'll be getting. But lately Chelsea has been proving themselves, to be a good team, or to make people know they will be a better team. We all know Chelsea has this bunch of, young and talented players, but they've not been able to find that rhythm, that chemistry together, and the team lacks consistency. They lack experience, and you've seen the season. Chelsea actually are where they're supposed to be because of the way they play. And if they were more clinical, if they were more experienced, if they had more game management, Chelsea would be a better team. They would be in a better place than the seventh position they are in right now. So that's Chelsea. And West Ham also. We've seen West Ham. West Ham has been good in my opinion this season. They don't have bunch of expensive players. The budget for West Ham, it's not as like the budget Chelsea would get, but David Moyes has been able to find a way to get that team going, and he made some couple of signings, which are Mohamed Kudus, one of the best players this season. Jared Bowen is what a fantastic forward player. Lucas Paquetá is also a very good player. So they have some, good players in there. But and this season, I think they already defeated Chelsea this season already. I don't know if it's in the cup game or if it's in the Premier League. Going into this game, I personally thought this would be another, Chelsea performance where you'll be like, oh my God, you guys just defeated Tottenham. How come you can't beat West Ham? But Chelsea proved me wrong, and I know Chelsea would probably prove one or two people wrong because of the way. I mean, it's not our fault. It's just what we think about Chelsea this season. Chelsea won this game comfortably. They won comfortably. First half, it was already 3-0, and Chelsea was playing good. They were really in control of the game. And I want to say something about this Chelsea defender, Thiago Silva. I call this guy the Minister of Defense, and he's a Rolls Royce of a player. At 39, this guy is still going. It's so sad he will be leaving Chelsea at the end of the season. I would have wanted him to stay, because that guy is the young lads has learned a lot from him, and they can still learn from him. But Chelsea letting him leave at the end of the season, it's 39, but I think Thiago Silva, I said in one of my previous episodes, if you can find a good game management for Thiago Silva, this guy still looks like he can compete at the at the highest level. He can play as much games as he used to play before, but if they can manage the number of games he would be playing, I think he will still compete at the top level next season or season before, depending on how he can go. Because I think his body, he takes good care of his body very well. So that's that about Thiago Silva. He's a player I respect so much. He's played in the biggest clubs in the world, and it's still there. He could still go one more season in the Premier League. That's what I think about him. Yeah, Trevor Chalobah today played as a right back. I said it at the previous episode. This is a guy you can use him as a right back, as a right wing back, and also as a center back. Today, he played as a right back, and Chelsea's been doing a lot of player shuffling around because before this game, during the Tottenham game, you can't imagine the number of players, the number of Chelsea players that are injured, the number of Chelsea players that was injured before the Tottenham game. When I saw the list, it was a crazy list. It was like, what the hell is going on? Because I don't know if if the problem is with Chelsea, or if the problem is maybe the players. I don't have an idea, because there's a lot of players: Ben Chilwell, Reece James, Christopher Nkunku, Malo Gusto, Disasi. Even Thiago Silva was injured before this West Ham game. Romeo Lavia, even though we know that guy has been injured since Chelsea bought him from Southampton. A lot of players. Roberto Sanchez, the goalkeeper, is injured also. So I don't know if Chelsea has to change their way of training, if Pochettino is overloading this guy. But I came to a conclusion that I don't think it's Chelsea, because there's so many clubs in the Premier League that's having the same problem. Newcastle, for example. Newcastle also have a lot of first-team players injured. Brighton, the same thing. Partially, Manchester United also has the same problem. So, I don't think it's the way Chelsea train, or because if it's the way Chelsea train, it won't be all those clubs having this injury problems. It's just too much. So, but thank God some players were able to come back today. We saw Christopher Nkunku play today. We saw Malo Gusto play today. We saw Disasi. He played also today. So some of them are coming back while some are still injured. And the litmus test for Pochettino will be next season. If he can get all this player fit, Chelsea is showing the sign they could be one of the top contender of the league next season. If they can find, and I said Pochettino would do an okay job for Chelsea, but my opinion, I still don't think he's going to win anything for Chelsea, but he would make Chelsea competitive. I know that for sure because of how good he is. But I question his winning mentality. If he can win anything with this Chelsea team, I don't see that. But I see him doing a good, very, very good job for Chelsea. So now, I don't know if those players could be fit for next season. Maybe he would have more firepower, and if he can find consistent, build a character in this team, because the team is a reflection of the coach or of the manager, whichever we want to call it. So if he can do that, Chelsea will do well. If they can pick up maybe any trophy in the maybe Carabao Cup, I think he might mind it, because he got to the finals and he got to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. So cups like this, where some big teams don't really take it that serious, teams like Man City or Liverpool, they don't really take it serious. They try to field they try to use that opportunity to give their fringe players, the ones that are not getting much play time, to try to use those competitions to let them get some minute under their belt so that they could stay fit. So that's Chelsea, and what a goal from Cole Palmer. I said in my last episode, Cole Palmer, since he got ill before the Arsenal game, he's not been back to his full form. But today we saw what a Cole Palmer, a fit and a relaxed Cole Palmer can do, and he really did a good job. I said something. Cole Palmer is one of those players, whenever he gets the ball, something is about to happen. Something is about to happen. He's a guy, he creates, he scores goals, he just does so many things. And one other player I want to say something about. I think I'm seeing a change in that player, Nicholas Jackson. I personally have been a very, very strong critic of Nicholas Jackson because of his character and because of the way he plays. Because at a point he had more yellow cards than goals as a striker. That's unacceptable. But now Nicholas Jackson, I think Pochettino has actually sat him down and talked senses into him. He doesn't get all this unnecessary cards, unnecessary bookings anymore, and his playing is being kind of better than what he used to do. He had two good goals today, which was okay for him, which I think it will help him further. Now he has in my last episode when I did about Nicholas Jackson and Didier Drogba, when I was trying to compare, he's getting his first season now is officially better than Didier Drogba, but we have to still wait to see what he can do with that in that Chelsea shirt, because Drogba, after the first season, the rest was history. He's a legend in Chelsea. So let's see what Nicholas Jackson can do. If he can keep his calm and do what he's been paid to do on the pitch, then like I said, he's a raw talent. This guy is raw. He just needs someone to coach him to be a better player. So I think if Pochettino could actually do that during the preseason and shape him into a better player. So another player, Noni Madueke. Oh my God, this guy Noni Madueke was almost leaving. I read an article. He told Pochettino he wants to leave at the end of the season because this guy feels he's good enough to play in this Chelsea team, but he wasn't getting a sniff of the first team. So at the point they were the only sure person that we know might be leaving Chelsea was Noni Madueke, because the thing about it is he was a Tottenham player. He played in I think it was a Tottenham player. He was in Tottenham when Pochettino was there. Pochettino sold him. Now he came to Chelsea. He didn't know Pochettino was going to come to Chelsea again. So it was like Pochettino never fancied him anywhere when he was his manager in Tottenham. So when he came to Chelsea also, when Pochettino came to Chelsea, he wasn't playing him. So he felt, oh my God, this is going to be a repeat of what happened in Tottenham. So he already said he might leave. If Pochettino still stays as Chelsea manager next season, he already said he might leave. But Chelsea had a lot of injury problems. Now it was given the nod, given the opportunity. And oh my God, this guy has been electric. This guy has been very, very electric. I wish Mikhailo Modric is as electric as this guy. Modric he's been electric for some couple of games now. In week after week, it's very dangerous to stop. The way he plays, the way he moves the ball around, he's a very dangerous player. He scored goals too. So this guy has really impressed me a lot, and I think it has really impressed Pochettino also. So I think that I don't see any reason why he would want to leave Chelsea again, because with this performance, I know Pochettino. If Pochettino was not convinced before that he's a good player, now Pochettino is convinced that this guy is good. Then now Conor Gallagher, Caicedo, Caicedo, like I said, I also said in my previous episode, I think Caicedo would prefer Gallagher than Enzo Fernandez. I just see that anytime he plays alongside the double pivot role, the two number 6 with him and Gallagher. Though Gallagher goes forward, he stays back. But the fact that Gallagher is also a good marker of the ball, it helps Moises Caicedo a lot. That's why I feel he plays well when he plays alongside Gallagher in the double pivot role. But when Enzo Fernandez is there, Enzo Fernandez is just a good passer of the ball. He's a little bit creative. He has a good long range pass, But Gallagher has all these things, and Gallagher supports the defense also. And because he's a captain, this guy energy is something else. His energy is something else. Like I said, Chelsea needs to sell some players. If Chelsea sells this guy, it's going to be a mess for Chelsea, because Gallagher this season has been, if if Cole Palmer was not performing the way he's performing right now, for me, Gallagher would have been the Chelsea Player of the Year or Chelsea Player of the Season, in my opinion. No doubt about that, 100%. But Cole Palmer is, is doing a great job, so he would be Chelsea Player of the Year, obviously. Badia Shield today was decent. Badia Shield was okay. I think like I said, he needs to get his confidence so that it's gonna help him. Also, Marco Correa. Marco Correa is Pochettino is doing some experiment with Marco Correa coming to the midfield whenever Chelsea's with the ball. So it's going to help Chelsea have a lot of body in the midfield. But when Chelsea doesn't have the ball, he drifts back to the left back position, which is working well for Chelsea lately. And